Welcome to Train of Thought. I'm your conductor, Johnny, and no, we do not gotta go fast. We have to obey national railroad regulations.
And I'm Daro, internet technician, and I need you to pretty please stop clicking on cool toolbars. They are not cool.
Lots of our passengers are just not being nice to us today, are they? But you know what's always nice to us?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah. I love that response because I said what and not who, so it makes it sound like Sonic the Hedgehog's just like he's not even like a living being. He's just this horrific force. Sonic forces.
He's a sonic force, and
he's a sonic force.
Inspired many people back in the day to make funny little YouTube videos about this little guy. And when you're a 9-year-old kid in like 2009, oh boy, you want to Google the word Sonic the Hedgehog into the YouTube search bar.
You do. I did, in fact. And when you're a 9-year-old kid and you type Sonic the Hedgehog into the Google search bar, you also found out that he inspired a lot of people to make less funny things.
But this episode's not about that.
No, I don't think we're going to do an episode about that. I think we can pass.
That was episode 5, actually.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Well, this episode's about Sonic videos that we stumbled upon in the early 2010s and late 2000s. Because half this show is reminiscing about our childhood and then getting distracted.
That's half of my internet presence, so, I mean, you know, it works out. Should I start the old timer?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Alrighty. I'll let you start because I believe you picked this topic. So, I have some stuff in mind, but
we might be very on track because there's a lot of Sonic to talk about.
That's true.
But you see, it all started when you were a kid and you looked up Sonic animation or whatever, and you got Sonic shorts. Volumes 1 through 5 because Volume 6 didn't exist yet.
I didn't watch these as much as a lot of people did, but I'm definitely like tertiarily, that's not a word, familiar.
One day I really want to do a thing where I put on all the Sonic shorts and watch them with friends, but nobody wants to do it because why would you want to watch Sonic shorts in the modern day?
I'll fucking do it. We'll throw on Brawl Taunts after.
Oh, this is a new stream idea from Johnny and Daro Incorporated.
Oh, God. It'll be a react stream, but it'll be videos that are so old that nobody cares if you're fucking stealing them or whatever.
Brawl Taunts. I don't want to watch that, though.
Why? The big gay dance, Daro. It aged well.
It aged...
This is a total sidebar, so I won't dwell on it. But I did have a stream idea yesterday because I was thinking about Nintendo Power. I kind of want to do a series of streams where I just gradually read every single issue of Nintendo Power.
Oh, then you get to the one where there's the advertisement that the angry video game nerd stapled shut and was like, "I'm not telling you what it is. It's too messed up."
We're also gonna find the scratch and sniff. Although I'm probably gonna do PDFs. Maybe for the scratch and sniff, I'll buy a used issue.
You can
for the Earthbound.
Just go buy some stinky food, I guess.
I don't want to buy no stinky food.
Go buy some durian.
I'll buy some expired Sonic cereal or something. Sonic ice cream pops that are melted on eBay. Speaking of Sonic, I think we were talking about him.
I think so.
Yeah.
Sonic shorts are just, man, I feel like those might have dated as much as Brawl Taunts did. Well, okay, not as much because Brawl Taunts was just like, ugh.
Brawl Taunts definitely aged, but I feel like there are things that I liked that aged even worse. Like Brawl Taunts, there are still parts of it that I find funny. But then you try to watch yourself some Bowser's Kingdom and you're like, damn, this just isn't good.
That stupid idea of watching all this stuff, we can't do that when we get to like the other dumb Kerbifer things of like Nintendo and Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah, because they'll just say slurs.
Oh no, because in Super Nintendo, Toad's penis shows up.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's true.
They cut that out of YouTube re-uploads.
Those are okay. So we just watch the YouTube re-uploads. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, if we streamed it, we'd. But the problem is, if we pre-screened all of it to make sure, that would kind of defeat the point.
You go grab somebody else to pre-screen it.
Yeah, I'll just ask someone, hey, does anyone say the F slur in this? And they'll be like, no, and I'll be like, cool.
Possibly.
If they, because like Brawl taunts is one thing. If they call something gay, it's like.
Doesn't someone say that in Brawl taunts? Hold on.
The F slur, maybe.
I think they do. I think there's a Falco or like Wolf thing saying that. I'm not looking it up. I don't.
They
care.
they say the word queer as a slur at one point. So there's that, I guess.
Well, look, Sonic shorts didn't age as poorly. They're just not funny, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of that era of the internet is just not funny.
Oh, speaking of that era and not being funny.
Oh no.
Actually, this isn't the exact same thing, but this is what I wanted to talk about. Especially, I just had to get Sonic shorts out of the way. There is this video I remember watching as a kid, and it was called Sonic the Hedgehog 4 trailer, and it was an animated video, and it was like, Sonic is, he's having a good day, he's got to save the day from Dr. Robotnik, because this is Sonic 1, he's not Eggman.
No, it's Robotnik.
And then it's like, and then he beats up Eggman. And then it's like later, and then there's Tails, and Tails is like, "Hi Sonic, I'm your sidekick now," and he's like, "I don't, okay."
I'm an alpha gamer,
and it goes to like Sonic CD, and it's like, now there's time travel in Metal Sonic, whoa! And then it goes to Sonic 3, and it's like, I'm Knuckles, and I hate you, but I don't actually hate you. And then it's like Sonic Adventure, look at all these friends, and then Sonic Adventure 2, Shadow, Sonic Heroes, all my friends, and Sonic's like, I'm so fed up with all this. This sucks.
I remember this. I saw this.
I hate all of my friends. And then it cuts to him being all alone. And then it's the logo for Sonic 4.
In the wise words of Game Dude. This game is called Sonic the Hedgehog. It's not called Sonic and his stupid friends.
It's so funny because one, it's unironically Sonic's stupid friends are bad and annoying. And two, it's thank goodness we have Sonic 4, so Sonic's stupid friends don't exist.
Yeah, thank God. That was the only thing wrong with those Sonic games.
I made a discovery about looking up this video. So, in the description, there's, who did the voices. We had like...
Oh no, did they get like a prominent voice or something?
So Eggman's voice in this video is from YouTube channel DMac Double. And
I'm not familiar.
Well, you want to know who DMac Double is?
I would like to.
That's Devin Mack, the voice of Sonic
Holy
in Sonic
shit.
Prime.
Oh my god!
It's unreal.
That's really good, actually. Speaking of Sonic voices doing fan stuff, did you ever see that that like live action? I think it was a short film someone made in the early 2010s where they got Jaleel White to voice Sonic.
You mean the fan film?
Yeah, that's the one.
The fan film is so terrible.
I remember Sonic's fur texture looking really grody, yeah.
I think that, like, the Nostalgia Critic is one of, like, the soldiers at the start of the movie, and then on the TV, there's, like, a news report, and it's just James Rolfe going, like...
Wait, yeah, I remember that!
It's so bad.
That's so fucking funny.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm so glad the actual Sonic movie was nothing like this.
I do wish the Nostalgia Critic was in it, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fan film, fan-made. You can't dog on it too much, but I will dog on it because it's about a decade old, so I'm allowed to now.
Oh, yeah, and it was being hyped up as, like, the coolest thing ever at the time.
And I think the ending had, like, a teaser for Knuckles, but he had fingers.
Ew! Fingers the Echidna.
Yeah, I think that fan film has a TV tropes page, too.
That owns. I'm gonna look that up really quick. I don't even know. Is it just called Sonic the Hedgehog fan film?
I just say
Sonic. It's called Sonic.
Sonic. That's like every reboot of any like series ever, and it's just like the character's first name or the character's last name, and that's just the title.
I don't like that.
And it's
no, Stuttering Craig is in it too.
Oh no.
And Brental Floss.
God, I
like Brental Floss. Brental Floss can stay.
Wasn't there like Stuttering Craig went off the deep end? Wasn't that what happened? I don't remember.
Yeah, Stuttering Craig. Man, I've avoided talking about this on social media, but the podcast is people will listen to it, but it's low key enough that I feel comfortable saying it. When Stuttering Craig first started up his, he came back. He was like, "Yeah, Screw Attack was like a different time, but I'm back. I'm doing stuff." And he interviewed some YouTubers, and it was really good. And I was like, "This is cool." And then at some point, his whole YouTube channel just became talking about like right-wing culture war talking points.
That's messed up because I met him once at a PAX East before all this. Yeah, like, "Oh, you're Stuttering Craig. I know you," and he's like, "Yeah."
And the other guy, Handsome Tom, I think is like chill.
That's because he's handsome.
Yeah, but if you're stuttering, I guess you're shitty. Like he does a podcast, and he literally had the fucking the dude who was on Twitch and like melted down about the Starfield pronoun thing on his podcast.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
What a loser. We have a
That's
podcast.
what pisses me off.
We have a podcast, and the only special guest we have is Guano Kappa Mikey. Isn't that right, Guano?
Guano! Oh, there's two of them. Yeah, no, I don't remember what it was about specifically, but I was watching him stream once, and I think it was something about it was like the Potato Head thing, where they were like, "It's not called Mr. Potato Head anymore, it's just Potato Head." And he said something that was like off, and I just typed in the chat, "Craig, what the fuck?" and I got banned from the chat. Oh, man. I feel so bad. It sucks because those interviews were so good. He just couldn't keep to just like, yeah, it's cool to see how the internet's evolved. It's just evolved into like, grifting is fun. Like,
you know what else is fun?
Sonic videos from the early 2010s.
Me as a kid looking up Sonic funny pictures, and then you get like stolen DeviantArt like PowerPoint presentations set to Numa Numa.
Oh yeah.
That is my defining childhood moment right there.
I know I said I wasn't going to talk about this, but I do have at least one childhood memory of watching like a Sonic YouTube video where it was like a Sonic comic or something, where it was just like Amy Rose growing to the size of a building, and it was only years later I was like, oh, that was someone's fetish.
I had the instance of seeing like suggested thumbnails and of like video titles like Amy eats Sonic, and I was like, as a kid, I was like, yeah, I don't want to watch that. That's weird.
No,
so I knew to get out of there.
Those, God, off topic again. Don't mean to kink shame. Vor is so fucking gross. Like other things, I get it at least to some level. Vor is like, ugh. I don't like it. I don't like when I have to see that.
Scary.
If you listen to the podcast and you like Vor, that's fine. Just please keep it off of my Google image feed.
Yeah.
I really don't care if you like it or not. It's just I don't like it.
I think.
Do you know what I do like? Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, you made a whole 1-hour video about Sonic Sprite House.
Oh
videos.
Yeah, about Kudu 17, and I do want to do a follow-up or two to that, but I have no idea how long that'll take, so I'm gonna briefly talk about Kudu's videos and then about some of the other ones that I watched in preparation. So when I was a kid, for those of you who haven't seen the video, go fucking watch it. But also, when I was a kid, I was really into sprite animations of all kinds. Like there were a bunch of Mario ones on Newgrounds, the Castle Calamity and Mario bloopers and stuff. And eventually I found some videos from a lot of different people where the basic premise is just Sonic, Shadow, and Silver live in a mansion, maybe with some fan characters. So Kudu 17, I found, was the first channel to really do that. And I did watch a lot of his stuff. He was one of my favorites. But my other favorite was 12 Games Champ 21, who...
Not to be confused with Game Champ 3000.
No, she's distinct. They're two distinct people. I've gotten that confused before, though.
Oh, no.
Which is funny because I watched 12 Games Champ 21 like obsessively. She her videos were leaning a little bit more on the I don't know how to quantify this without like sounding mean, which I don't want to because I still actually do like both channels to some degree. But Kudu 17's stuff was more like kind of like edgy, like Family Guy adjacent, like kind of just like supposed to be silly. And 12 Games Champ 21 has a bit of that, but her stuff evolved eventually to just be very like fan fiction-y, where it's like in the mansion, her fan character Hannah, whose sprite is just the Sonic Extreme character Tiara Bubowski, lives with Sonic and Shadow and Silver. Shadow, who does Shadow dates a hedgehog named Danny, I think, who, to my understanding, it is a sprite of like a hedgehog version of Maria, but is called Danny because that was one of her friends.
I need to put a pin in that, so I'm gonna type that down because I have a tangent relating to something related to that.
Oh yeah, we'll get there. But yeah, then there's like Silver, I think, dates Blaze. They're like all the Sonic characters show up. This is one where Kudu tried to keep his continuity consistent, so like really early on in an early Kudu video, Amy gets her neck snapped by a shadow and dies, and so Amy doesn't show up for the rest of the run because he's like, oh well, Amy died, which is really good. But yeah, no, that's the thing too, is I interviewed Kudu for that video, and I actually talked to Hannah, 12 Games Champ 21 as well, because if I do a follow-up, it'll probably be focused mostly on her videos because there's a lot of them and she still makes them. But yeah, it's just very like in her iteration, like most of the Sonic characters show up at some point. There's episodes where it's like, ooh, Shadow turned into a werehog or Silver turned into a werehog. There's like one based off Sonic and the Black Knight. It's shit like that. And then like even from there, there's so many other ones. There are a couple other channels where they went really wild on the fan characters. Like it's like, hey, Hannah showed up, and then Hannah's friend Brian the Firehog is there too.
The Firehog.
The Firehog, who's a red and green shadow. And then my OC shows up. I think there was one called Dimitri. I'm trying to remember who even some of the other ones are. There's so many after a certain point that there were some channels that it was just like, yeah, here's the mansion where Sonic, Shadow, Silver, and 6 fan characters live.
And Sonic, Shadow, and Silver and their girlfriends.
Yeah, and all their girlfriends. And it's really, it's funny because then, like, how the characters are will vary too. Like, Shadow and Silver have locked-in personalities from the Kudu videos, basically. So do the Chaotix. The Chaotix are pretty defined. But then other ones, like, Sonic can kind of vary. Amy super varies depending on whose videos you're watching, but they usually just go with the bit that she's like crazy. Blaze varies. Like in Kudu's videos, Blaze watches Silver kill Knuckles and then she's horrified and she never appears again. But in other ones, it's like, oh, Blaze and Silver are dating or stuff like that. In some of them, it's just that Silver is stupid, and others he's like a literal child. Like it's interesting because you can tell where the blueprint for everything comes from, but there's a lot of like kind of distinct variations and trademarks of each particular person who made those videos, which makes them kind of interesting to go back and forth between. And I did when I was a kid because I had unlimited free time and I was very like fixated on those, and I I think I made one or two of them that suck. So rare Jonii media. You said you had a point you wanted to come back to.
Oh, this is not the same point, but I was going to say about these Sonic Sprite videos where they're in the mansion and everything. Just not even just from Kudu, but just like anyone.
Yeah.
As a kid, I stumbled upon them, and then I heard that it was Speakonia voices, and I was like, I don't like this. And then I tabbed back, because as a kid, I was like, I want the videos where they are talking with real voices and not the computer.
It's funny because there's two kind of add-ons I have to that, which is one, 12 Games Champ 21 tried to do a couple videos with like real people voicing the characters, and people complained that it wasn't the Speakonia voices. And two, I loved Speakonia voice videos. I was also one of those people who got really into like Microsoft Sam reads funny Windows errors.
I mean, I liked those, but that's because I knew what it was going into it. I knew it was Microsoft Sam and not Sonic, but actually it's Microsoft Mike or whatever.
Yeah, you had an idea about how Sonic sound, like, to you Sonic sounds like this. Sonic doesn't sound like this. Like,
and Silver always sounded like this in the videos.
Shadow, oh my god. A lot of channels that weren't Kudu would put the pitch of Silver up really high, like, all the time. Which I think Kudu only really does if it's like he's distressed. Because that's the thing in Speakonia, you could change like the pitch and speed and the intonation and all that. And a lot of people just don't really play with that much. So if you want to make a truly expressive Sonic Speakonia animation, there's my tip to you.
Well, still not at that pin. We're going to keep that pin for later. Now we get a tangent about Silver being incompetent to videos by Shadow759.
Man, I was going to bring him up, yeah.
I always remember that one. It was like a couple, like there was the video, but then there was like a couple videos with the premise that Silver works at Pizza Hut and that Vector is his manager.
Yes.
And that Shadow is just the annoying customer.
What's the... Oh, God, what's the one? There's one... Oh, it's... The quote is something like... Vector's like, you're going to go deliver that pizza to Shadow and you're going to like it. And Silver's like, but sir, he's an asshole. An asshole with money, damn it. That's what it is.
Yeah, that sure is it.
I remember. An asshole with money, damn it.
I love the video where it's Shadow like teaches you not to litter or whatever.
Oh, isn't it Sonic? Because it's something.
It's
I'm trying to remember what it is. It's a bit where like because
I used to Sora Kingdom Hearts throws something on the ground and Shadow's like, pick up that can. It's harmful for the environment.
Is it Shadow? I thought it was. Maybe there's another one with Sonic.
I don't know.
There's definitely one where it's like someone does something really minor, like flushing a toilet when they don't need to, and Sonic like screams like, that's bad for the environment, and beats the shit out of them. I remember because that like me and one of my friends thought that was like the funniest shit in the universe when we were
sounds like it 12. Still is.
It's pretty good. I wish I could find it because it's a really good bit.
I think also interesting about that channel is that it sort of had some of the earliest instances of role-playing as these characters doing other things, which is sort of a trend that you see, where, like, nowadays it's like, I'm Sonic, and I'm with my buddy Tails, and I'm playing Five Nights at Freddy's, and it's like, the concept of having it sort of be like the character is playing a thing from the real world is really cool, except these are videos aimed at 6-year-olds. So they suck.
Yeah, not so much a fan. Meanwhile, when it's... I mean, even like the Kudu stuff is kind of like that. It's like, yeah, Sonic, Shadow, and Silver are living in this mansion, and Silver is hogging the fucking living room TV playing Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It's like, this owns. I like this.
That does owns.
It does owns. And I've played that game recently. It owns, too. I found the video, by the way. It is Sonic the Hedgehog helps Sora go green. So we can maybe watch that after we're through with the recording here.
Classics.
Oh, there's a sequel.
Oh yeah, there is a sequel. So it was Sonic going it, not Shadow.
Yeah, I only remember that just because I remember the exact voice of like, that's bad for the environment!
No, actually, you know what it was? What I was thinking of Shadow was that later on in the video, Shadow throws a can on the ground and Superman is like, pick up the can, Shadow, it's bad for the environment. And he's like, I don't care, pick it up yourself. And then Superman is like, okay, fine.
Yeah, I remember that. It's... I also love how all these videos will, like, they'll treat any type of crossover so casually. Like, it's just like, yeah, Superman's just another person in this world, or like Link or whoever. It's just like, yeah.
This is Gmod. This is normal.
Yeah. Gmod or Sprite videos, you can just do that. And it's great, and I love it. That's like half the appeal.
I have one more channel to go to before I hit the pin. So, this one is me growing up as a kid, and you know, because I would look at like Shadow 759, I liked the animations, but I liked also Sonic like Gmod things. And when you think about Sonic Gmod videos, what do you think the first thing you think of is?
What do I think of when I think of Sonic Gmod videos? I'm kind of biased because you know, I watched through all those Kudu videos, and there's a couple that are in Gmod, but other than that, and Shadow 759, I don't know.
Maybe you should shoot some zombies because I got the power of Pizza Hut. Hooba dooba.
Is that not Shadow 759?
No, that's Balena Productions. That's a different guy.
Oh yeah! Holy shit! How did I watched a lot of Balena Productions, actually. That's wild that I forgot about that.
I think I might have dipped out of his channel when Sonic Boom cartoon trailer came out, and he was like, this is cringe! This is cringe! And
yeah,
it's like,
know, that's understandable.
I mean, the Sonic Boom cartoon, it's a funny show. It's not that
It's
cringe.
very good. I like it a lot.
And it was just like, alright, I'm clocking out, but I don't know how aged those Sonic Zombie videos are. You could say that they're very poorly aged. I don't know.
I haven't seen them in... I mean, I barely remember them, honestly.
I mean, I definitely remember some bits because there's some pretty good bits. It was it was interesting because the first one was Sonic Zombie Thing 3, which was supposed to be a parody of really, really, really low budget, low effort Gmod animations, and then Sonic Zombie Thing 2 was again sort of like that, but a little higher production. But then he made more, and it's sort of, I guess the original joke of this is a trashy Gmod video sort of just kind of melded into weird lore.
Yeah, it just became like a very serious thing for some reason. Like this continuing saga.
Yeah, I mean,
not like super serious, obviously.
Yeah, not that it's a problem. I just think it's funny that it started off as a parody of bad Gmod videos.
Oh yeah, it's really funny when shit like that happens,
dude.
Because it's not even the only time.
It's so good too because by like some of the earliest videos on there still like use like. It's like same with Shadow 759. It was so early that the Brawl Sonic model was the Sonic model everybody used because
dude.
Because Generations didn't come out yet, so everybody had the Brawl one.
I love that shit. There was an era where like the Brawl render of any character was that character's default render in the eyes of the internet. Like
Dude,
like you'd go to a website and it would be like Mario Flash game, and it would just be Mario like doing the fucking pose from his
He's
render.
holding his hand up, you know. Got the
it's like
jeans on.
that's what Mario looks like. He has detailed denim on. Like it's like no, he doesn't. What the fuck are you talking about? And then there was a period. It was not nearly as significant. It was very, very minor by comparison. But there was a period where I remember seeing the Smash Wii U render be used for Mario everywhere too. And now we're just at the era where the only Mario renders I see all the time are the ones where he's sad.
The ones where he's sad, or the one where he's just standing still symmetrical because that one's the thumbnail for like Mario peeing.
Which is really funny too, because that's like the modern equivalent of that like new Super Mario Brothers render that would be everywhere. What the I think it's not on the box. Let me
I'm
find
pretty
the
sure it's a
specific
render
the
from
one of
New
him
Super
jumping.
Mario Bros. Wii, actually.
I think you're right. Yeah. Yeah, the one I was thinking of that predates that is it's a forward-facing shot of him jumping, and he's like, I'll just send it to you. He's kind of like curved.
It's kind of curvy. Oh yeah, the one that's on like Mario soup can.
Fucking Mario soup can.
Anyway, if
we
you
should
think
do
of a Mario soup can. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna have to Google that. We should do a podcast sometime about stagnant ass Nintendo renders because it's gotten a little better. Oh yeah, yep, there he is. It's gotten a little better.
I think that should be a stream.
That would be good with a visual component. Actually, I think you're right. I'll write that down in my little stream ideas section. I have a couple other Sonic videos to bring up, but do you happen to have any while I write this down?
I have the pin.
You have the pin?
I have the pin. We're taking the pin out.
That's for train of thought.
The pin of a Maria Robotnik, but looks like a hedgehog.
That pin. I thought you meant our pinned messages.
No.
Okay, yeah.
Danny. Not Danny this time, but Maria the Hedgehog. A custom-made plush for a YouTube channel called Sonic Song 182. And what this channel did was a lot of plush videos, but also these videos called Ask the Sonic Heroes, which were like an Ask blog from Tumblr, but in YouTube.
I remember the Tumblr blog. I don't know if I ever watched the videos.
I didn't even know there was a blog about it, but that's fair.
Or maybe it was somebody else's Tumblr blog.
I definitely watched those videos because I was also like, no way, it's like Sonic and Knuckles and Tails are answering questions. No way, it's real. It's like,
they got an actual person to do it. No way.
No way.
It's actually them for real. and that's it. There you have it.
Yeah, that's all I had for that pin. Was really just
fair enough.
It was just these videos. Oh yeah, Belena also did those Christmas with Sonic videos.
Oh, he sure did. Yeah. I don't have anything to add about them, but
all I remember was that the joke in like every single one was that Silver got neglected and beat up, which is kind of mean.
That's like every joke relating to Silver in any of these videos, though. Like,
yeah, that's the early 2010s way.
You gotta understand. Like, Silver was in Sonic 06, and so everyone was like, "Silver's fucking stupid," and so like every possible, like in all of the Sprite videos, the joke is that Silver is stupid and Shadow shoots him in the head.
See, at least Shadow 759 made Silver a sympathetic character by making him work a fast food job.
Yeah, true. He's the common man. That was the thing. I always felt bad for Silver in those videos because, I mean, Shadow is an asshole in a lot of these videos, but in those videos, it's like the problem is entirely that Shadow is an asshole. Silver doesn't do anything wrong. There was also like one where they watched Night of the Werehog or something. That. It was like Shadow and Silver watching it together.
And then Knuckles joins or whatever.
Yeah. I wonder how much that's colored my perception of who Silver is, because you could do like I've not completed Sonic 06.
You could do like a fandom study about the Sonic fandom based around like 2010 like videos, depending on how they act about these characters. Like I said, Sonic 4 trailer showing these side characters are annoying and stupid.
Yeah, I mean, also comparing just to what their depictions in the games are at any time, because I don't know if I'm still going to do this video, but I was once working on a video about, like, Amy's characterization, because it's really, like, wildly inconsistent.
It's, I feel like a lot of these fan videos depictions of Amy is specifically, like, early Sonic X and Heroes Amy, where she is obsessed to a dangerous degree.
I would say not even Heroes so much. In Heroes, it's not as bad. It's like Sonic Battles one where she's really bad. Just the like 2000s Amy in general.
I mean,
she's like violent.
Heroes Amy is she encounters Sonic and then is like, "There's no way out of marrying me," and it's like,
I guess she does then battle him. Yeah, that's true.
that doesn't happen anymore.
Well, doesn't she? In like Adventure 2 or something, when she gets Sonic out of jail, she's like, "Are you gonna marry me now?"
And then he ignores
I don't know.
her.
It's a weird. I'm fucking pulling up the script. I never finished it, but there's a lot of stuff from that period. Because it ramps up with time, right? Like in Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, she's like definitely too into Sonic.
Sonic Adventure 1, she has a crush, but she's normal.
And she has an arc.
Yeah,
she's like, I need to be more independent, and then they throw that out the fucking window.
The heroes in battle, she goes off the deep end.
Yeah, Battle way worse than Heroes, actually. Battle, she's like an awful person.
06, she's actually kind of normal.
Yeah, she's fine in 06. She's fine in Unleashed.
Yeah.
Unleashed, it's kind of funny because she's like, oh, fuck, that's not Sonic. I'm sorry.
Yeah, after Unleashed, she just starts going back to mellow mode, and she's like, oh yeah, you're cute, Sonic, but I got more important things to focus on. Meanwhile, 2010's early YouTube be like, Amy appears, it's time to kill for Sonic.
I'm trying to see which game she's specifically violent in. She's in Shadow the Hedgehog, and she's fine there. In Sonic Rush, she's violent.
She's not even in Sonic Rush.
Yeah, she is.
No.
She's in the story cutscenes in Sonic Rush.
She is?
I'm pretty sure. I wrote a section about Sonic Rush.
I thought it was just Sonic, Tails, Blaze, and Cream.
No, I'm pretty sure Amy's there. Let me check the Sonic Retro really quick.
Maybe I'm just dumb and didn't play enough Rush because I gave up at Water Palace as a kid, which is level 2.
It's funny because I've played barely any Rush. Yeah, she's in there. Knuckles is in there too.
Knuckles is in Rush?
Apparently. I haven't really played much Rush. I just watched the cutscenes. Let's see here. I'm just looking at what I said about Rush. In Rush, it looks like it's really bad. It's like there's like a really short cutscene where she says Sonic's name 8 times. There's a part where she chases Cream around with her hammer. She gets incredibly jealous of Blaze. Literally the only piece of information she has is that Blaze is with Sonic at the time. Like she and Sonic are doing something, and Amy becomes like furious. And then like Sonic Riders ends with Amy chasing Sonic around with a hammer. There's just a lot of stuff in that 2000s period where they leaned on that. Sonic and the Black Knight also, I think. Yeah.
So Fandom Amy at the time was like
an extreme version of that.
Its Fandom Shadow was a jerk who shoots guns a lot.
Yeah, very like no. Well, actually, they didn't even make him edgy. They didn't even make him like no one knows my fucking pain. They made him just like, whatever. I will put my shoes on your carpet. See if I
They just made him a jerk.
Yeah, he's just an asshole. Silver's usually stupid, and if he's not stupid, he's still always the butt of the joke.
He's always like a little whiny baby.
Yeah. Sonic, it kind of... oh, that's fetish art. Sorry, I was looking at Maria the Hedgehog on Google, and one of those...
all right, I feel like, Sonic, he's either, he's sometimes always the butt of the joke, too, according to Sonic Shorts.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. Other times, he's kind of like he is in the games. Sometimes he's a fucking menace. In the Kudu videos, there's kind of a bit where Sonic is, like, ambiguously maybe gay. But I don't think anyone else really started doing that or picked up on it.
There is that stupid Sonic short where it's like, who are you? I'm your new enemy, Silver. And he's like extra gay, and it's like, oh come on, man.
Yeah, dude, it was the
just because he has a nasal voice.
It was the 2000s. Being gay was funny.
Oh,
That's how it worked.
Yeah, it's
someone would be like, "Hello, I'm gay." And the uproarious laughter would drown out whatever they said next.
It's like, no way.
No way, gay people. That's fucking hilarious, dude. It's like, okay.
The one funny joke about Silver, from that sort of era of like 2009, was when Brain Scratch Commentaries did a commentary on Sonic 06, and one of the members made a joke that he's like, my name's Pothead the Porcupine. My hair is a marijuana leaf.
I do like the joke of Silver's hair being a marijuana leaf. I think that's kind of funny. Because it got run into the ground, but it's a good. It's like on its own. Mario it's a good joke.
Eat mushroom? No way did he get high.
Yeah, like it's funny the first time, and then like it's like, okay, yes, I get it. You're very fucking edgy. Mario's just going around killing people's pet turtles. Whoa, dude.
Every time he breaks a brick block, he's killing a toad. No way.
Lore.
Speaking of killing and Mario, shout out to Super Mario Bros. Z. I didn't like that series because they killed all the Sonic characters aside from Sonic and Shadow, so I felt personally slighted. As a Tails fan, I did not like it.
I liked it because I was a Mario stan, so I didn't care. But in retrospect, yeah, it kind of sucks.
It's also
from that perspective, it's obviously like very well animated.
I also, as a kid, was like this, and like Mecha Sonic being like, I am undefeatable. You can't defeat me. I'm gonna kill everybody. You can't stop me. And then they try and stop him. He's like, haha, too bad. I'm stronger. And it's like, this sucks.
Choice.
But then I realized, oh, that's just how Dragon Ball is. I wouldn't like Dragon Ball. Sorry, AJ.
It's true. I've been meaning to watch more Dragon Ball because I started watching Dragon Ball Z, and I was talking to one of my friends about it, and I was like, dude, Dragon Ball Z is fucking insane. And he was like, yeah, I know. And I was like, I'm like 5 episodes in, and Goku died. Goku's not going to stay dead, is he? And he's like, do you have any fucking idea how many times Goku comes back to life? I was like, no, but I'm guessing it's in the double digits.
That's great.
It's really funny. It's so like... What I like about it so far, which is probably the case with a lot of shonen anime, is just like the most flagrantly ridiculous shit will happen and it'll be played completely straight. Which is really fucking good. Every fight scene also lasts like fucking 3 episodes. Somebody made a joke once that I've really latched on to, which is like, yeah, in Dragon Ball it'll be like, oh, the world is going to end in 5 minutes. We have to stop this. And then the next 3 episodes will be them trying to stop it in what canonically is 5 minutes.
It's great. I love that.
It's so good. It's like all of this shit, all this like fucking hour of material, 5 minutes.
Oh, I just remembered a Sonic animation from my childhood that I definitely should probably have not watched. And if you watch it, in the modern day, it's gonna be real bad. It was called Sonic Uncut.
Oh dear.
And I think it was like edgy. Like,
I mean, I'm sure with a title like that.
One of the plot points was that like Tails goes emo or whatever.
On the Sonic Paradox YouTube channel, let's see here. I do remember seeing these thumbnails, but I don't think I watched this.
It's like, I think about that one image of SpongeBob with the electric guitar in MS Paint. And that's what I think about when I think about the idea of Sonic Uncut. That's a banger. There was almost certainly a racist caricature in like one of the videos, and I'm like, uh-oh,
dude.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to be that guy. I hate to rag on the creators of Bowser's Kingdom, who I'm sure are listening, but that's one of the many things in there that didn't age so good.
Yippee. I don't even know what Bowser's Kingdom is, so...
Chinese caricatures are funny, apparently. They also made Smash Kingdom, which was like a Smash Brothers version. It's like a sprite animation about... It kind of sucks, because I kind of like the idea of it, too. It's a sprite animation series about like a Goomba and a Koopa who are in like Bowser's army, and they just like fuck shit up constantly. And so they're like...
Scratch and Grounder.
Yeah, kinda. They're not like at... Well, they kind of are as stupid, but it's more of like the cynical, like, how the fuck was I supposed to know, like that kind of shit.
Oh, that's such an early 2010s or late 2000s kind of thing there.
It is, and it's like the idea of it's kind of good, but then you like watch it and it's like, What are you, gay? No, ew, I'm not gay. That's gross. I'm not a fucking
gross.
F slur. And it's like, oh, great. Peak of fucking humor. Great. Excellent.
I opened up another video I remembered, Tails and his GBA. It was a sprite video. At some point, they use audio from that one cartoon thing that was called, I think it was Rejected or something. So there was like bits where Sonic is going, "My anus is bleeding," and I didn't understand what was going on.
Is bleeding. For the love of God! And all that is holy! That's a classic fucking
And they,
bit.
but it was just like with Sonic sprites. And I think the plot is that Tails' GBA lets him go inside video games. I don't know. I'm looking at the suggested videos on this thing, and it's like, oh my god, this is a time capsule. Except
it's just an era.
except for the new video from Thomas Game Docs where it's a picture of a Link and it says Shrek and it's pointing at an audio file.
I watched that. That was a banger.
But
Thomas Game Docs is good, dude.
He is good.
We got a minute left. There's a minute on the clock.
Sonic Comics with an X. I remember this. It was a thing where it was. I think it was like Sonic Comics 3. The gang tries to bake cookies or something because they ate Amy's cookie, and they need vanilla extract. And Shadow hears that and goes and gets blood from Cream's mom.
Oh, funny. We have like 25 seconds. I'm gonna use those 25 seconds to say that I've Googled Sonic Comics with an X, and I found the thumbnail for Sonic Comics 3, and it is a full body shot of Silver, and he is not wearing shoes.
Yeah, none of the characters are wearing shoes, but I think it's because they are indoors, so it's polite attire and less of something evil. I don't know.
Well, the internet brain poisons us all, because there's also people now who watch some cartoons and they'll see something that's happened in every cartoon and they'll be like, that's a fucking fetish. And it's like, it is, but that's not what they're going for. Anyways, that's the clock.
Sonic Bowling Adventure.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Didn't I show you that?
Did you? Let me look this up. Sonic Bowling Adventure Plus?
Probably.
Oh, unregistered Hypercam 2 watermark. Great.
Didn't I show you this? I thought I showed you this.
No, you fucking didn't. What the fuck is this?
We're watching it later.
Okay, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna make a playlist. I'm gonna start that off.
Anyway, what did we talk about?
Well, give me 1 second here. Ancient internet for Daro watching. Well, we ended off on Sonic Comics and Silver's fucking grippers.
Don't say that ever again.
That's what they are. It's not an early 2010s video, but I still can't stop thinking of the fucking, "Hey Sonic, put those grippers away." It's like a perfect Amy and Rouge, and then Rouge is like, hey guys, what the fuck's going on? Oh my god, those dogs are barking.
I'm thinking about the one of Rouge where she's going, "You frying chicken in there? Nah, you pee loud."
Damn, you piss loud as fuck.
I think that's
pretty cool. I haven't been able to find it again, but there's also a Rouge variant of the fucking, "I want you to go to GameStop and ask the bastard working the counter if they have a copy of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for the GameCube. You will do this for me."
Great.
I'll have to re-find that. That one's good. Anyway, we weren't talking about that. We were talking about Sonic Comics. We were talking about grippers. Before that, we're talking about... I was talking about Bowser's Kingdom.
We were talking about the way that people characterize Sonic characters in the late 2000s, early 2010s, because these are such a good character study into the fandom.
Yes, we were doing that. And I think... I think we got there from Shadow 759.
And Belletta Productions and stuff.
Yes, and before that we were going off on the Sonic... Well, no, we talked about the Maria the Hedgehog thing a little bit, which was because I was talking about the Sonic sprite animations, and specifically 12 Games Champ 21.
And
before
forget
that,
we made sure to say Mario Mushrooms. Funny. Hi.
Mario, yeah, we're talking about like the kind of edgy, like, oh, whoa, fucking shadow gun, haha. Fuck, let me think about this. What? What was the first one that you brought up? Because I think that's the main thing we're missing.
The first thing I brought up was Sonic Shorts.
That's right. Okay, that makes sense. We talked a little about Mario Brothers Z. Yeah, I think that's really most of it. We stayed pretty on topic.
We talked about the downfall of Stuttering Craig.
Yeah, we talked about Stuttering Craig being canceled, but not actually, because most people don't care. I'm the only one who cares.
We're the
enough
only
to
ones who's
cancel him.
distraught.
Yeah, I've seen at least one former Screw Attack guy be like, Craig, this isn't you, or something like that, which is really funny.
It's like in Kingdom Hearts 2 when you gotta save the beast from being possessed by Zaldin. You gotta do the reaction command. And it's like, Craig, please get a hold of yourself. And then you use the Keyblade to save him or something.
Craig, no, Craig. I just searched Stuttering Craig on Twitter, and there's a tweet from his podcast that's a video, and it says the most accurate, calm metaphor for, quote, preferred pronouns any reasonable person can understand. And somebody's quote tweeted that and said, reminder that Stuttering Craig thinks COVID was a hoax and quit making gaming videos to go run an, quote, ambitious social media platform initiative for a gun manufacturer before they canceled their plans and he had to come crawling back to making internet videos.
Oh my god. Jonii and Daro are getting political. I'm gonna unsubscribe.
No way. We should do... Oh my god, he posted some of those stupid fucking AI landscape things.
Oh god.
He just reposted someone else's. He didn't even fucking make his own.
I'm mad now.
God damn it, Craig. We should do a podcast about the downfall of Stuttering Craig.
We should do a podcast about the downfall of YouTubers we liked.
We should. YouTubers who went off the deep end or declined in some meaningful way.
And the thumbnail is just Tobuscus.
Oh, fucking Tobuscus. I might have to start getting a list together.
Sonic characters who went off the deep end. Number 10, Cream. Every time they show Cream in fan art, she has a gun now.
It's funny, I follow someone on Twitter who's a big Cream fan, and all the Cream artwork he posts is just like normal. It's like, whoa. I didn't know anyone fucking liked Cream and didn't fucking put a gun in her hands.
I mean, it is kind of funny.
It's very funny. Anyway, this has been Train of Thought. We may not have reached your destination as fast as you hoped we would, but we got there eventually. Daro, I'm sorry. Somebody's been downloading toolbars on the train Wi-Fi again.
I'm gonna have to go yell at them, but before I yell at them, I have to yell at you and say, "Hey,
shit!
Rate and subscribe."
Yeah, rate and subscribe, or I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Oh, that's not nice.
Politely.
Rate and subscribe, or he's going to kill you, but like
with kindness.
With kindness.
Yeah.
Leave a like, leave a subscribe, leave a comment.
Leave a subscribe.
Leave many comments. Tell us about your favorite
Follow
Sonic
us.
video, because I will read the comments. And I will reply going, what a classic, or, oh god, you watched that too? Oh no.
Yeah, and if you're not listening on YouTube, if you're listening on, iTunes or Spotify or, God forbid, fucking Deezer,
Weezer?
be sure to follow. No, we don't have time for that right now. I'm putting Weezer on the idea list. There's just too much to say. For another day. Anyway, this has been Train of Thought. Do the things. I'll come to your house.
Tell the friends.
Tell the friends.
Make Sonic videos so we can watch them.
Don't make them homophobic.
Don't make them kinky.
You can make them gay in like a nice way.
Don't put Silver's grippers in them.
Yeah, but make sure all the characters are wearing shoes at all times, regardless of etiquette.
You could put Fanosies in there. That's funny.
Yeah, I like Fanosies. I think they're fun.
Shout out to Blade and Blue from Smash Flash.
True! Blade and Blue and Brian and Hannah and Dimitri and all the other ones that I'm forgetting. I don't think Mr. Incredible is a fan character.
He was in Smash Flash.
We should do one about Smash Flash. Anyway, I'm just like thinking of writing down things that I want to talk to you about at this point.
This is the part where we don't end the podcast. This is the part where they see that there's 5 more minutes or something.
It's the Irish goodbye. Yeah, but do you know what, Daro? If
Shout out to Irish the Hedgehog.
Yeah, good old. That's a good one. That's a good fan character. Daro, guess what?
What?
If I hit the stop recording button, then the podcast has to end, or it's just going to be your audio, and that's going to be really weird.
Gotta go fast.
Bye!